Hello everyone, my name is RoboGorilla here and welcome back to Monsters. Now hopefully I get to find the last ending of the game. Now, let's begin. Now, yes, I finally figured out how to keep all my saves, and when I figured it out, I suddenly realized I'm such an idiot. Apparently at the end of the game, it gives you the option to input new files into the archive. I've always been clicking no because I didn't trust it. But when I click yes, voila, all my files come into existence. Which is very good because it saves me time and energy. But the question is, where am I? And what decision? I basically save on the decision making. So over here we're going to see fight or leave. I don't think that matters because the outcome is still the same. The accident site, that was when we either choose to Elaine's gender or suicide threat. That we already passed. I think we're at the point in which we need to save our friends and at the same time stay away from the fire. I think that's what we gotta do. But which one was it? File 5 or File 4? Oh, I remember this. We already left our friends. We already left our friends. We need to go back to load. It's. I remember. It came back to me. That's the. We already left our friends. Wait, what are we doing here? This is what happens when you don't play a game for a long time. You forget. What am I supposed to be doing? I better head back and tell everyone what I found. Okay. Oh, I'm such a dummy. I should have saved at the decision-making site. Mayday. Yeah, because file 5 is when I already saved. We already left the area. Now we're going to Lane and find out that she got killed by the ex-boyfriend as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip this part of the video again. And I'm going to stop at where we get to decide where to save our friends or leave them. So, ciao! And we're back. Now, before, we've already got the ex-boyfriend's attention. I've managed to escape already. I saved all that so you guys don't have to watch that. But now we have the choice of either resting by her, which she took the knife from us, or I'll be more awake by the fire. I'll be more awake by the fire. I will be more awake by the fire. I guess so. Watch the steps, alright? Yeah. Now I'm actually curious as to what will happen. Will I die? That was a good nap. I feel a lot more rested now. Thanks for watching our backs. Of course. Ah, so Lane's still alive. Hey, I thought I know a little before I fell asleep, but I think we should start working on training him even though that will make me tired. I'm almost done with it, so even if he comes up, be free to run away. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to come up here, but that's just my input, that's all. That sounds like a good idea. Might be able to help out too. But let's get to work on it. Derp. Derp, derp. Hello? How does it feel to be out of those chains? Like heaven, I can finally move again. I'm glad. It must have been really hard for you. You have no clue. I feel like I could say the same thing to you, though for completely different reasons. This ought to be good. It's them! Hey, Aiden, we just came up to say thanks. When you caught us attention, you really saved our hides back there. We've been on shaky ground these past days, but I think if we all talk it over, we might be able to settle our difference. We haven't guaranteed anything yet in regards to him, but we'll discuss it later today. It's good to hear that you're thinking of turning things around. I don't know why Aiden just got so macho. Elaine, I know a lot's happened between you, but we're going to have to settle this another time, okay? Okay. Well, that's all we wanted to say. We'll talk again tonight. Alright. So Elaine doesn't kill them because Elaine wasn't... That was all bullshit. He's not planning on letting me go free. Well, yes. He doesn't intend to bring along with us at all. But now that he's starting to be more open again, it'll be easy to carry out a plan. That same one as before, ideally. Wait, shh. Do you hear that? I don't hear anything. Elaine? It's him. It's that psychopath. Oh, Lance? Lance? Lance is the ex-boyfriend? Holy shit! New information must be attention. Elaine. Help me. What the... What? What the hell is going on? I don't know! You're asking me! And you're dead. He's dead. He's what? He's dead. That's what it seems like. God, this is my first time seeing a body, but you just can't get used to this stuff. I will disagree. And that smell. He smells rancid. His pockets are full of drugs, and there's a key. A car key for the pickup truck. We can leave? Looks like it. Let's report everything that happened here. Aren't you going to cover for your friends? I changed my mind. I've been friends with them for a long time, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized I couldn't let their actions slide. We'll probably never be friends again after this, but after what they did to you, a trial needs to be held. The monetary compensation should help you get back on your feet. You've done a lot for me, Aiden. Thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Let's go check out that truck. Try to be quiet so they don't notice us sticking off without them. Sounds like a plan. Wow, so we got our girlfriends, we ratted on our friends, and we got the pickup truck. And it happens to belong to Lance. So Lance was there last night, but how does he teleport? The truck was in working condition, so we took the key we found and drove to the nearest city. We called for help immediately, and a team was sent to the location of forest that I had specified. Lance had experienced vivid hallucinations and severe symptoms of schizophrenia after overdosing on a large amount of drugs, which ultimately factored into his death along with hunger, thirst, lack of sleep, and illness. Oh. Seth, Satch, and Bart were all arrested and put on trial. They refused to talk to me or make eye contact after that, but I guess that was to be expected. Now, as for Elaine, I let her move into an apartment where we lived together for a while. We both worked jobs to keep the household running, and when we were together, it was a fun, peaceful life. Of course, it wasn't long before we got engaged and then married. Ooh. Even now, I don't think I could remember a happier day in my life, and for Elaine, I knew it was a fresh breakthrough in hers. I saw monsters hiding inside my friends during those 5 days in the forest, but for now, there's just a faded memory as we laugh at silly jokes and play games together. I'm sure I'll see monsters lurking about again another day, whether they be someone else's or mine. I figured as much. But that's a story for another time. What's the ending called? True End. Road Home. Yeah! Well, that came that after... how you...
Gone away. I watched you disappear. All that's left is a ghost of you.
Oh. But that was the true ending of Monsters Road Home. Oh, and it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I don't know if this song is copyrighted or not, but if it is, I'm screwed. But it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. But it's a true ending because we finally discovered who was Lance, one, who was ex-boyfriend. We finally discovered that, one. Two, the ex-boyfriend died, so the danger of him coming back to kill us is low. course, because he died. No one else can replace him. Our friends paid for their actions because they molested and raped Elaine. So they paid for their actions. Granted, we're not friends no more, but they paid. And that's what matters. Then revenge was done. Elaine's hatred was seized because the friends got what they deserved, which is jail time. In memory of those who lost their lives to prejudice and intolerance. Amen to that. Amen to that. But it's wow. This game was incredible, guys, to be honest. Each decision had like their own story, and I personally felt connected to the characters in a way, and I gotta admit, the story is deep. And kudos to Atlas Atrium for making this game, because he did hit it on the nail when Elaine was telling her story, because a lot of people had, you know, not the same story, but the same concept of the story. And that is, they didn't have no support. Everyone judged them. They were isolated, persecuted. Everyone was full of prejudice, and they couldn't exactly make friends or loved ones. Family didn't help them. Family abandoned them, and it was just got worse and worse and worse. And then, at the end of the day, there were only a couple of alternatives for those people that were suffering to do. Either, you know, take away their own lives, or seek professional help, or keep suffering alone. And that's what the game touched upon. And that's what the game is mostly about. It's about the brutal realities of people who are suffering from prejudice and intolerance. You know, it's a dark, dark world. Nothing is sugar, you know, nothing is sugarcoating or rainbows. None of that. It's harsh and hard. But yet again, I thank the developer for making this game, and it was a pleasure playing this game, to be honest. It was a pleasure. Definitely. But that was Monsters. If you like what you've seen so far, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, my name is Rebel, and I will see you in the next revolution. До свидания. God, no, what? Oh, shit! God damn it! Scaring me! Okay. Oh my lord! Oh my god!